there's like these like herbs that you have to like blend with jizz and rub all over your body. And I remember being 12 and reading this and going, "What the fuck, Dad? Why do you have to be jizzed on to turn into a werewolf?" I remember that I don't remember anything else about the plot, but this guy in Shenley Park getting boners and jizzing all over his face to turn into a werewolf.
Oh my god.
Grown-up, human, comic, people! Grown-up, human, comic, people!
All right, welcome to the show. This is Volume 2, Episode 31 of Grownup Human Comic People. We are the humans. Let's say hi to everybody. We're running a skeleton crew right now. We got Chris to my left. J-Man.
Hey.
Dan.
Coming in hot.
I'm Jared. Welcome to the show. We're about to get this shit off. You can find us at grownuphumans.com, epicastnetwork.com/grownuphumans. Make sure to rate and review us on iTunes and Google Music and whatever other programs you might be listening to us on, because it helps our visibility and it is a cool thing to do. And we will read your. We'll do that later whenever. I think Becky's here, but we'll do that. There's a review we're going to read, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We'll read that in a bit here. So yeah, we're on iTunes, Google Music, Stitcher, Libsyn, Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud at Grown Up Human Comic People, Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram at Grown Up Humans. It was a valiant effort on Drinking Partners when you shouted us out. I think you said I think you said Grown Up Humans for the wrong. Anyway,
yeah,
it doesn't matter. People can still.
I told him to just fucking punch into your little computer box, Grown Up Human Comic People.
Yeah.
And grown up one word.
Yeah.
And that'll get you to us.
Yeah. You'll find it. Yeah.
Grownuphumans.com will take you to grownuphumans.comicpeople.com.
Yeah.
Redirects.
Yeah.
Andrew bought both of those.
Yeah. And because the regular the actual regular website is grownuphumans.com because it's easier.
Yeah.
And then you can also type in Grown Up Humans Comic People. Shit, I was going to say something. Anyway.
Yeah, I fucked up.
But not in a... I was going to say grown up is also not a word. So, like, if you type in grown up, like, as one word, then usually you can find us pretty easily because we're the only people who are idiots enough to spell with one word.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like I conveyed that. That was pretty...
Yeah. Plugs. Go to Southside Comics at 1931 East Carson Street. Go see Dan... I should say... Dan, because you were Daniel, Dan, who runs the shop. We didn't make that distinction, and I didn't want to use the O word.
Thank you.
Go down and see Dan at Southside Comics. He will sate all your comic book needs. Go to radicaltrivia.com if you want to check out some live trivia shows around Pittsburgh. It's a lot of fun, and you can win some prizes, and it's free, and you can drink, and I will swear at you on a microphone. Check out Midnight Rose. J-Man, you want to say something?
Midnight with a K, Rose. That's all you need to know.
Yep, there you go. Go to metamesh.org. Becky just got here. Welcome to the show, Becky. Oh, wait, turn your microphone on. Flip the switch.
No, it's probably
there you go.
I had it.
Is it on?
It's on.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Okay.
Hi, everyone. I'm here.
Okay.
Sorry I'm late.
All right. So, metamesh.org.
We're a nonprofit. We're awesome. Just go to our fucking website and look at what we do.
You get they bring free internet to people who need it. Monkey's also over there. Shout out to Monkey.
We're actually laying down our fiber this week, which is a huge deal.
That sounds like a euphemism for pooping.
Or sex, I guess. Land pipe. No.
I feel like fiber really says that. Always says
fiber. I guess. No, that's a good point.
Laying down your fiber.
But it's huge because fiber internet is high speed internet.
Yeah.
One of my friends growing up, Jeff, he died 2 years ago, but he used to.
Oh, jeez.
Shout out to
Great
Jeff.
way to start out the best story.
Jeff was the best.
He was.
Jeff.
And Jeff used old-timey colloquialisms because he was raised by his 90-year-old grandmother who, only watched, detective mysteries from the 40s.
Oh, nice.
So he used to say stuff like, pull the wool over my eyes and things like that in real life.
Yeah.
But he would always, anytime, I had, a woman friend over and, he would be like, and she used to say like this. He'd be like, oh, Gable, laying a little pipe in Milwaukee, are you? He's and that's exactly how he talks. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, sure. No one ever got hurt laying a little pipe in Milwaukee. Like we had any fucking idea with that. And that's not an old timey colloquialism. I don't know where he got that.
Yeah, that's not one of the ones. But that's a really funny one.
Yeah.
But he would say like old timey shit all the time.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
Would he use old timey insults? Because those are my favorite.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he would. Yeah.
Oh, I love those.
He would constantly accuse people of being in cahoots with each other.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah.
You're in cahoots. I knew it.
Yeah.
So that's not a thing? Like cahoots? I feel like I still use that.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Yeah.
It sounds old timey though.
Yeah, I suppose.
Anytime somebody was, like he'd be like, oh, they're flapping their gums.
Yeah, shit like
Stuff like that. Yeah.
I like using
me
really,
too.
really lame insults and acting like it's the worst thing in the world. Like, you're acting like Garfield on a Monday. And then everyone's like,
She said you act like Garfield on a Monday. Oh shit!
Means you fat, you eat lasagna.
And you're in a bad mood because it's Monday.
Remember last year when we went to the cabin, we decided that being called a litterer is the worst thing ever?
Oh yeah, because littering is people who litter are like fucking demon people. Fuck them.
Scum of the earth.
I'm gonna write that down actually.
yes, please do.
If I will say fucking to people.
Anytime
No,
somebody
that's-
fucked up.
Because but I feel like I don't know if people in poorer neighborhoods litter more, or if like richer neighborhoods just can afford more like
Right.
cleanup services.
Yeah.
Right.
Because right now, my viewpoint is, and I don't say this as a privileged person at all, and having never come from privilege, I used to be a terrible litterer. Like I would drive down the highway at 16. Intoxicated and throw pizza boxes out the window. Like, I would throw whole fucking pizza boxes out the window on the highway. We would sometimes look for garbage because we wanted to throw it out onto the road. Like, I don't know what the fuck we were thinking. But now I see people do it. I'm like, oh man, you're such a fucking piece of shit. And then I realize I'm one of you.
Well, no. Here. I think the difference is that like you guys seem to have been doing it like specifically like on purpose to be assholes.
Oh yeah.
Where like some people just mindlessly throw shit out the window. That's
Yeah,
way worse.
that's
Like,
much worse.
That's way fucking worse.
And it's a traffic hazard
right.
as well.
Yeah. Well, and I'm like not just there. Like just like you're walking down the street. Like I'm just in my front yard here on the corner. There I always find like fucking bottles and shit. Like people are just like walking by chugging a Gatorade. Just like fuck it. I don't give a shit. Like just throwing it. Like fuck you. It's the worst kind of person.
It's a really weird, like once you're removed from that mindset, or at least for me, being like it's like such a strange thought just to like finish something and just like drop it wherever you are. Like I'll just leave that there. I'm done with it. It's like, what's your thought? Is somebody going to come by and pick it up?
Yeah, you're not in a
Like,
movie theater.
What do you think is going to happen to that thing? Like, what is going through your head? It's like, I'll just leave that there. For what? Why?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
What do you think's going to happen? Oh,
Once
not real
every
worried.
2 weeks, my dad and I pick up trash in our neighborhood where there's a lot of Section 8 housing. So I think there is something to that, maybe that poor aspect, just because they can't afford to have like, community
Trash
service
cans.
or pick it up.
And also, right.
You wouldn't believe the things that we found. Like
babies?
Crack pipes,
Oh, I believe
just,
that.
but no, there's
I
like.
wouldn't believe it if you didn't find
I think
crack
the weirdest thing we found bowling trophies. We've found like old Betamax players, and then once we found a tax bill from Florida for $80 million, and we were like,
That's
"Who's
great.
hiding out?"
Yeah, somebody got up here. They're like, "Fuck them! I'm not paying that shit." And just threw it away.
We were like, "This is real. This is $80 million." Yeah, but
I love the idea of combining these two stories. You and your dad going to pick up litter, and Dan and his friends at 16 finding all these bowling trophies, whipping them into your neighborhood. Fuck these people. Searching for bowling trophy trash.
you threw out that Betamax player, didn't you, Dan?
No, we would drive into like rich neighborhoods and litter there too. We thought that was hilarious. Like we would go and get an insane amount of food, like McDonald's or Wendy's, and then go to a rich neighborhood and dump our trash in the neighborhood. Like what the fuck?
You see like a car going slow as fuck down the street with this stuff flying out.
A bunch of cheeseburger wrappers,
Like the
McDonald's.
styrofoam ones they used to have.
Yeah, for the Big Macs.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we were shitty.
Have we made styrofoam illegal yet?
No, but I'll tell you what. If I show up to your barbecue and you have styrofoam plates, I'm judging you.
Yeah,
I'm
for
judging
sure.
the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
Like, dude, the paper's right next to the styrofoam in the aisle. Like,
Yeah.
I just went and had to buy, like, disposable plates,
Yeah.
unfortunately. And there's styrofoam right next to the paper. Paper's even more economical, I think.
I think so.
Why are you
get
buying
like
styrofoam?
There's like a stack of paper plates this big. That's like 400 plates.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really.
But the styrofoam ones, that's like, I don't know, 50 maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
It's so gross.
I just bought a new 4K TV, and the packaging was 90% styrofoam.
Jesus Christ.
The thing is, you can make
annoying.
that shit out of corn.
Or
Yeah.
cardboard.
Cardboard,
Like,
yeah.
you can package it in a
Hemp.
Or sure.
Yeah.
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 Or
It's
dead
annoying.
babies.
You
Who
can package it
cares?
in cocaine.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
You know what? Like, I'm all for dead babies, but if I get a brand new 4K TV,
Dead
and I don't want to sift through dead baby gunk.
What if it's dried dead baby?
Yeah.
Powdered dead
like,
baby.
like Bonito flakes or something?
Exactly. Yeah. Like pressed, though.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I've never seen that before. I think I think that's a book that I have to judge by its cover. I got to see that.
Also, can we address pressed cocaine? Like the cocaine pressed? Or is it just like you put the TV in the box and you just fill it up with
Yeah,
cocaine?
just imagine you fill it up with
Like
a bunch of
Scarface, the
cocaine.
big pile.
I like the idea of illegally taking the TVs to another country and cocaine. Like, is this actually cocaine? There's a TV in there!
No, it's TV packing, and the Americans are doing a new thing.
Yeah.
It's way easier for them.
There's a little side on there that says toxic, don't ingest.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I mean, the silica or whatever
Well,
will probably kill you quicker than the cocaine.
It's a bunch. It's like they think it's that silica gel.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
yeah.
The silica packets.
It's like, yeah, don't. What are you doing? Shoving it up your nose? You're crazy. It'll increase your heart rate. It'll make you have fun. It'll make you dance. You don't want to do that. Just take the TV out, wipe it off, throw that shit away. You don't want to have a good time for 4 days straight. Like, believe that.
I think a television box full of cocaine is a little bit more than 4 days worth of fun.
No, I'm just saying you probably can't last more than 4 days.
Oh, right.
I'm saying
Yeah.
like you probably have like 100 4-day adventures
Sure.
with you and 20 of your closest friends.
That box was taller than me. That's a lot of cocaine.
Anyway, pack
Anyway.
your TVs and Coke.
TVs and Coke, yeah. That was the plugs.
Look how nonchalantly
Off to a good
you say
start.
it.
Off to a good start.
Yeah.
We've done worse.
Yeah. So we'll get to the first segment I circled was we have a we fucked up. I personally fucked up because the two previous episodes we recorded were I said they were 28 and 29. They're actually 29 and 30. So sorry for the confusion. It's like we're very sorry. We apologize for that.
I have a fucked up too. I
Okay.
fucked up. So I was on the way here, and there's a guy in a 7 Series BMW driving very slow. Chris and I were trying to make it, and he had a Trump sticker, Trump support sticker on his
A
back
bumper
window.
sticker on his.
on
his
the
7
back
Series?
window of his 7 Series. Yeah, it was a nice newer 7 Series. He was driving really slow, and it was pissing me off. He had his fucking sunroof open, and so I'm like, quit fucking texting! So he rolled down his window, and he's like, I wasn't texting, dickhead. I was looking at directions. I was like, put your fucking phone down. So I fucked up. He wasn't texting. He was looking at his phone for directions. I fucked up. Sorry, bud. You're still a
Well, that
cunt.
guy's listening right now. Oh,
Yeah.
all right. It's all right. I
I
accept
fucked
your,
up. I fucked
accept
up.
your
Sometimes when
apology.
you accost people in traffic, you're wrong.
If that guy was listening right now, he would have already recognized your voice then because he heard the show. He's like, wait, is that Daniel? I listen to the show. Long time listener, first time
First time under.
first time
First time
assaultee.
forgiver.
I have some nuanced political views, but I mean, I really like your show. Sorry, bud.
Make you feel like an asshole.
Yeah. It feels
oh.
like a jerk. Nah.
Yeah. So we fucked up in those ways.
Yeah, I fucked up.
So let's go into the Namwolf, Chris.
Yeah?
Yeah, give us some details. Careful with that. That's the alternate cover. It's a little more expensive than the regular one.
Is it really?
Yes. Yeah, the regular cover.
Yeah,
looks
none of
different.
us have that cover.
I have that cover.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have this
yeah.
cover too.
Yeah.
So none of us have the regular cover?
Oh
Jeremy's
shit!
got
No,
a
I
cover.
got the regular cover then. I got fucking dicked on
What's
that.
on the regular? What's on the regular cover?
I like the regular cover was pretty cool. It was like black and it's like a shadowy image of like a werewolf and stuff.
Yeah. Is that the one? Is the guy with a gun in front too?
I think so.
Okay.
Okay, I've seen that then.
Yeah.
But that's the one I have.
Yeah.
Namwolf, written by Fabian Rangel Jr., drawn by Logan is it Fairber?
Fairber.
Fairber. Brennan Wagner, colors, and lettered by Warren Montgomery. Warren Montgomery, that's a Civil War name right
I was
Yeah.
just thinking something
Juan
like that.
Montgomery.
Yeah, that guy has a gray beard and a blue hat.
Talk about old people saying.
He's the guy that takes Civil War reenactions way too seriously.
Yeah. He's the guy that has a Confederate flag, and everyone's like, that's not right. He's like, it's about Southern pride. No, dude. We're not, yeah. Okay. Anyways, Namwolf is very self-explanatory.
Yeah.
It's a werewolf in Vietnam, and I read this drunk last night while I was watching the game, and I really didn't want to be the one to talk about it, but Jared said just do it because I don't know why, and I listened to him. But I mean, it's about a werewolf in Vietnam.
Yeah.
It's pretty
It's very straightforward. It's just the first. It's action packed, and I like the way that it's storyboarded. And I thought the art was okay, but I'm a sucker for these types of stories wherever we take any type of historical event and add the silliest premise of monsters or ghosts, especially like. What's the one with zombies and World War II?
Oh.
Dead Snow.
Is it Dead Snow? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dead Snow 1 and 2. They're great movies. I love them.
Yeah. There's a couple World War II zombie type.
Yeah. That,
Also, can we just real fast? Can we all agree that enough? Hitler's not that funny anymore.
I
No.
agree.
Enough things with Nazis and Hitler. It's like okay, no zombie Nazis and fucking zombie werewolves and zombie fucking vampires. Like, all right, enough with the zombies.
I'm just
Nazi
tired
things.
of zombies.
I'm tired of zombies
period.
too.
Yeah, fucking ruined
zombies and Nazis. Done with that. Anyways, what were you saying?
I mean, it's very straightforward. It's if you like what I just said, you'll probably like it. If you don't like this concept, you're probably not going to like it.
It is a very straightforward.
Yeah. There's no nuances to this. I read the whole thing in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And I mean, I liked it just because it's a fluff piece. It's a fluff comic book. It requires, a lot of time we get into the minutia of what they really mean, and we kind of think like, what did he actually mean by this, turn of phrase they use? Now, this is just fucking a guy that turns into a werewolf and fucking fights the Viet Cong.
And the art's cool as shit. The art's really cool.
I really
in the
like
book
the
too.
art, too.
Yeah.
I thought it was okay. It's good. It is. It's
Like this, what Jared's opened up like almost to the middle of the
yeah.
book.
I think the storyboarding is really cool. I like that.
Yeah. But sorry, go ahead.
No, go.
I feel like this concept, I love this concept. I like this book, and I think it would do great as a movie. It doesn't pull me back in for the second issue, but if there was a movie, I would love to see it.
There is
Like-
a movie that's very similar to this.
Oh, yeah?
Called Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf. I was
It's,
just
it's
about to say
extremely
Teen
similar
Wolf.
to this.
But, dude, he doesn't like, if Teen Wolf...
Teen Wolf in Vietnam. It's Teen Wolf 2, Vietnam.
Teen Wolf
Like,
1,
he
wins
even,
the
he
basketball
doesn't
game.
know that he's a fucking teen wolf, and then he wakes up and he's a wolf.
Dude,
it's
if
very
there was Teen
similar,
Wolf
dude.
2, Teen Wolf goes to Nam.
Teen Wolf goes to Nam.
I'd be into it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Like I want to see all of this played out on screen.
I mean, have you anybody here seen Wolf Cop? It's on Netflix.
No.
It's about a guy, a
Dear.
cop that gets bitten by a werewolf and then realizes he's a werewolf and still continues to be a cop, and everyone just accepts that he's a werewolf.
Wait, so how often does he turn? Like full moon?
No,
Like,
he's just a werewolf now.
all
Just
the time.
Yeah, so he just gets bit by a werewolf, and he's now and that's everyone just kind of like ignores that he's a werewolf. So
Does he
they're
have
like,
a
Yeah.
dog face, like a wolf face.
yeah. The whole movie's like 45 minutes, and they made it for like $17. It's amazing. It's on
Nice.
Netflix.
Well, I'm probably gonna watch that.
My question is, that's not a werewolf then. He's just a wolf man.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like a wolf person.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, a werewolf
Still
is
a
somebody who's a human who turns into a wolf person.
Well, he
Right,
was
that's
human
full-
at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
He
I
wasn't
feel like-
born a wolf baby.
Werewolves are changelings. They go back and forth.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a
Wolfman
werewolf.
is
Yeah,
hot.
So you have to go
Permanent.
back to be a werewolf. If you just go forward once, then you're not a werewolf. Then
Right.
you're a wolf man.
yeah.
That's the rules.
Okay, in
Everybody knows it, Jared.
Okay, I'm
Stop
just-
fucking this up.
Sorry.
is in the Wolfman, in the original Wolfman, does he just? I forget if he turns back and forth or if he
I thought he stayed.
does he stay a
He
werewolf
stays.
the whole
He
time?
stays.
Well, so the actual act of turning into a wolf is called lycanthropy, and the difference between a werewolf and a wolfman is the werewolf only changes under the full moon.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So yeah.
Not all of us went to medical school, Chris, so we can't know that.
Actually, my dad wrote a book called Lycanthropy that was published back in the 90s, and that's why I know that.
Get the fuck out of here! Seriously?
Yeah.
That's cool. Is it like?
Was it a
how many
serious book?
copies did they release?
Like 1,000 copies, and most of them were bought by friends and family.
Of course, yeah.
I actually I think it's lost. I know I don't even have my copy anymore. An ex-girlfriend stole mine. And I don't think he has a copy anymore either. So I know maybe somebody out there has one, but it's cool. It takes place in Pittsburgh. And
Oh, it's a novel.
it's a novel, yeah.
Oh, whenever you said he wrote a book about lycanthropy, I was like, wait. I mean, I haven't met your dad yet. I mean, he produced a couple great sons who I like, and I'm like, but he might be a totally fucking crazy person. He's writing books about lycanthropy, like.
he actually believes in lycanthropy. He's doing a lot of research on that.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Yeah, that's actually really, because when you read the book, my dad is a total fucking lunatic. Like, he went into how to become a werewolf, and he has there's these herbs that you have to blend with jizz and rub all over your body. And I remember being 12 and reading this and going, "What the fuck, Dad? Why do you have to be jizzed on to turn into a werewolf?" I remember that I don't remember anything else about the plot, but this guy in Shenley Park getting boners and jizzing all over his face to turn into a werewolf.
Oh my god!
Good job,
Buddy
Bob.
started out, he was just trying to go for a jog in the evening around the circle.
Well,
before you know it.
And had a little jerk.
Yeah.
In no historical context of werewolf or fables or anything have I ever heard of jizz being involved.
Oh no, it's there's mint and some tarragon and then just jizz.
Herb jizz.
So yeah, and just
It's like your own personal aioli.
right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Herbed
yeah.
jizz. That's the
Herb
hashtag.
jizz.
Herb
Herb
jizz.
Mediterranean
standards,
sauce
Your Honor.
there.
Bob's herbed jizz.
If your dad used to make sauces, and that's definitely the name of one of the sauces.
Bob's
Herb jizz.
Yeah. You know what? They're so close because we do the tailgate. We go to and my dad and I cook for Pit Tailgate. We have season tickets and everything, and it's this big thing, and they just have this giant sign that says "Eat Bob's meat," and that's the next thing that's going to happen. Is that the herb jizz sauce? Just don't do it on a full moon, man.
You say because it's so good you want to rub it all over your face
Yeah.
and on your chest
I,
and on your lower back.
now that's a full moon right there.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Anyways, Namwolf is fine.
All right, what'd you read in the next one, Chris?
I honestly don't know.
Okay,
I don't.
okay, Becky,
No.
J-Man,
No.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not terribly interested. I've been trying to control my buying of so many comic books. So
Yeah, if he says no, just stay the fuck away from
Yeah.
this one.
If Jared says no.
Can we all agree though? It's not bad.
It's not
just
bad, no.
Meh.
Yeah.
It's a fluff piece
Yeah.
that I think is fluffy in all the wrong ways.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
yeah,
Yeah.
the art is cool though.
The art is cool.
The first one's worth picking up just for the art. The art's pretty cool. I'd say get the first one. And if you're into this sort of thing, some people really like this kind of shit. So if you are one of those people, go get it.
Yeah.
Or just watch Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
You know what's wrong with it? It's not silly enough. This is a very silly concept.
Yeah.
And it's not. They could have gone. They could have had jizz.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does take itself a little too seriously, I think.
Yeah.
But I like how this name inspired everyone except me right now to revert back to, I don't know, being in the Midwest in probably the 1970, because all of a sudden it's Namwolf. You guys are all calling it Namwolf. I saw it as Namwolf.
Oh.
Like Nam,
No,
Vietnam.
Nobody says we went to the Nam.
Nobody says, I never say we went to Nam.
Oh, I've heard that.
No, but
I mean,
that's
people do say
if somebody shortens it like that, they say Nam. They don't say
Yeah.
Nam. They say Nam.
Don't you remember what Randy and Independence Day back in Nam?
Yep.
He flew.
Yeah. And and Donnie from
Yeah.
Forrest Gump.
Walter.
Definitely
Or
Forrest Gump.
Walter,
Vietnam.
Yeah, Vietnam.
Walter yelling at Donnie.
Yeah. Well, if it was Vietnam Wolf, you get the
Namwolf.
yeah.
That's such a shitty title too.
Namwolf.
Vietnam Wolf.
Then it would definitely take it too
The
seriously.
font would have to get way smaller and be like kind of difficult to read.
I like the idea of that was the original title, and they were like, it just doesn't sound right. What can we do to this?
It's like what's his face going up to Zuckerberg. Just the Facebook, not the Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook.
I forgot it was the Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
By the way, I like how Jared, nearly every episode, I'm seeing a reoccurring theme in your commentary as you being David Spade from Weekend Update. You know, new movie called Black Sheep. Saw it a couple years ago when it was called Tommy Boy. You've definitely been doing that. So you're our own personal David Spade.
People are full of shit.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I just noticed seeing reoccurring theme, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm really okay with it.
Come up with a new idea.
No, dude. I actually just had that thought last night. So shout out to Grey Walker. Shout out to the Real Sykes.
Right.
Did we do that?
I was going to go there anyway. So please proceed. What Chin's doing?
Yeah, what Shin's doing. So Jared and I went to see Grey Wolf and
Grey Walker.
Grey Wolf.
Yeah.
Fucking Namwolf, Namwolf, Vietnam
put that
Wolf,
I'll put this out of
Vietnam
sight.
Walker. We went to go see Nam Walker. Oh, that was like perfect. We went to see Nam Walker.
Wow.
We went to see Grey Walker last night. And this idea that Jared's talking about, like, come up with a fucking original idea. That one of these bands had a shirt that I dug, but it was printed on this shitty Gildan shirt, so I didn't buy it, or else I would have bought it if it was printed on a nice shirt. But it said every line is plagiarized, and that thing that Jared's saying, come up with an original thought. And then I had the thought, has anyone, is it possible for us to have an original thought at this
No,
point?
of course not. No.
No.
Can we... I wonder if the only people having original thoughts are people working in super advanced technology where they're creating things that have never existed before, and those are the only people. But when it comes to creative thoughts, outside of technology, I wonder if these are just all... Is anybody having an original thought?
I don't think so.
There's
No.
7 billion people on the
Dude, I
planet.
was just about to say that.
Yeah. There's
Yeah,
no...
and they're all thinking about shit all the time.
yeah, exactly.
Usually the same shit. Boobs. Oh my God, am I pregnant? Work sucks.
Yeah.
I
that's pretty
hate
accurate.
blank politician, and that's about 85% of the world right
But
Wait. But you left out some important things like I have to shit. I
Oh,
have to
yeah,
shit. I don't
that's a
want to
good
shit
point.
right now. I have to wait. I'm going to wait to shit. I want to get home before I shit. I kind of have to pee. This piss is making me have to shit more. But I'm afraid if I piss, then I'm going to fart and I'm going to start to shit, and then I'm going to have to shit here. And
That's a
then
good point.
And then I farted. I think I shat a little bit. How the fuck am I going to get home?
I also forgot ow, and I'm hungry.
Yeah.
So there we go. We got 95%.
That's greater than 95%.
I find... Sorry.
They're good.
I find comfort in that, knowing that if I'm shitting myself, there's probably at least 1,000 people out there also shitting themselves at the same time.
More than that.
I think that's a very
Definitely.
conservative estimate.
It is.
Yeah.
It's very conservative, but that's the lowest number that I'm comfortable with, knowing that I shit myself. That's... I hope at least 1,000 people out there are shitting themselves at the same time. Even 999, I'm a little embarrassed. But
No, man,
1,000 people, it's not that bad.
It's really comforting. That's a thing that they do in this in a Buddhist practice. When you're trying to get more calm, is accepting whatever you're going through. You feel this anguish, this torment, this depression, whatever, and then you think there's how many other people out there are experiencing the same thing, and it's I feel comforted that we're doing this together. We're experiencing this. And so when you're shitting your fucking pants in the car, that across the country, there's a bunch of dudes sitting in fucking bumper to bumper traffic, just yep, it's gonna happen. I'm not getting off this fucking road. I'm just shitting my pants. Here it comes. Oh fuck, I'm shitting my pants. They just shit. They resigned to have shit pants. They're driving down 376 with shit all over their pants.
There's got to be some freedom to that.
Yeah. I mean, what else can go wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
This is as bad as it's going to get
I'm
today.
going to ask out that girl.
It's like being in the rain. Once you resign to being wet, it feels. It's like, oh, the rain feels nice. I'm going to be wet. That's okay. The worst part of shitting your pants is the moments leading up to shitting your pants where you're really trying to resist it.
Oh, yeah.
But that relief, that relief when the lower intestine relaxes, or whatever opens up to let those turds flow out.
Yep.
And it's probably not a solid turd.
No, it's not. No.
Hopefully it's not, because that would even make it worse. Hopefully you just
God.
have a wet shit.
Oh, if you had to poop so bad, it was a solid poop, and you couldn't control that, you haven't pooped in like a couple days. That's bad. Like, that's gonna be preceded with the most wicked farts you've ever produced.
If you can actually throw it out the window and go on with your day, Jesus, what happened?
That's bad.
Should we call this episode the bodily fluids episode? We've gone through quite a few.
One of the hashtags is thousands of people are shitting themselves right now.
But like
We
in
covered
traffic.
jizz,
In
so-
traffic.
Or not in traffic. Like sometimes you're in like a meeting.
No. But I'm saying, like, the next time you're sitting, like, on the Fort Pitt Bridge, or you're driving through downtown Manhattan, or wherever the fuck you find yourself that sucks, like you're not moving, just know.
Take comfort.
Probability suggests that somebody is shitting their pants.
Maybe someone right in line with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because people have to pee and poop all the time.
Just look around. Look to your left. Is there a car? See if they're shitting their pants. Look to your right.
Those baby boomers
Check-
are getting older, and Depends sell like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but like, I think shitting your pants, it depends, would be all right.
Yeah, at least you're prepared,
Yes.
It's not going to leak down your leg on your pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Recently, somebody asked me on my Facebook if they could tell a story about a time when I shit my pants, and I think I should just tell it here.
Yeah, I feel like you should tell it right now.
So I used to work at Blockbuster,
Good start.
and I developed diabetes at a later age. I'm a type 1 diabetic, and normally it's called juvenile diabetes. Yeah, because you're born with it. I wasn't. I developed type 1 diabetes when I was 19, and we found out.
Wow.
Yeah, it's literally like a crazy astronomical number to develop that at a later age. So I had to learn how to take insulin and redevelop my diet, and there's nothing harder than redeveloping a diet that you've been doing for 19 years to become diabetic friendly, because sugar is an addiction. Whether you realize it or not, it is so hard to curb yourself, and I ate a lot of sugar. I mean, it was tons. I used to go through like a half gallon of ice cream in 2 days easy.
Wow.
I did, yeah, and I'd struggled with becoming diabetic and trying to figure out my diet. So I was a shift manager for a Blockbuster, and this is when it was fortuitous that this happened. But at the time that we found out I was diabetic, the Atkins diet was all the rage, and everyone was like, "Man, the Atkins diet, low carb diet." So the world was my oyster for actually transitioning into diabetic friendly food, because everybody was creating these diabetic sweets. So, having a very big sweet tooth, I was like, man, this is really cool. So, there was, sugar-free cakes and ice cream. And a lot of that stuff is good. They still have it out there. It's fine. You can eat it. It doesn't taste too bad, and it's, fairly low in glycemic index. But a lot of the things that they don't tell you is that the sweeteners that they put in these sugar-free things that taste good are laxatives, essentially.
Like xylitol specifically.
Xylitol,
Yeah.
there's another one on there. Xylitol's a bad one. I think that's in gum.
Yes.
That's the main one in gum. So if you chew a lot of gum,
Xylitol, was it it sounds like really close to xylophone?
Yeah.
Is that why?
yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
But I believe I forget honestly who bought it. It was either my mom or my girlfriend at the time. Bought me a whole bunch of these candy bars. Okay, and a serving size for a sugar-free candy bar is 1 piece. All right. Now you would assume when you eat a regular candy bar, you eat a fucking candy bar. Serving size is a candy bar.
Yes.
It's so if you eat a Hershey bar, who eats 1 piece of a Hershey bar?
I don't even know why they still do that.
No.
Yeah, I
it's
know.
silly.
Yeah.
Just fuck yeah.
Yeah. So I was on shift. I was a shift leader at Blockbuster, and I'm sitting there and I'm ringing up people, and I ate 4 candy bars.
How many pieces are in a candy bar?
Like 20.
Those sweeteners are also like 10 times as sweet, and that's why the serving size is so small.
Exactly.
My dad's a type 1 diabetic like you. So.
Yeah. So this it was one of these huge blockbusters. It was the one in Monroeville. It's the size of 2 fucking football fields. Like, I mean, it was just
I know that
massive.
one.
Yeah. And I tooted. It was just a silent toot. And my eyes went anime big, and I was like, "Oh man, okay, something's brewing." So, in the middle of ringing up somebody, in the middle of it, I sat down my little scanner gun, and I said, "Please excuse me." And I went to the back of the store, and I was the only one there because it was like 5 o'clock on a Tuesday. So I just left a line of people at the front of the store, and I went to the back, and I went to the bathroom, and I looked down, and my khakis were just shit.
That's right, you had to wear khakis with the blue shirt.
Yeah, khakis in the blue shirt, and I'm the only one there. I'm completely stranded in this store with a whole
Line of people.
Yeah, with a whole line of people up there and just a big pile of shit in my pants. Like at 19. I mean, it's hard to deal with this mentally at the age of 19. And I'm like, oh, and it kept coming too. It's not like, okay, it's done. It was like,
Wait,
no.
you didn't sit on the toilet at this point?
Oh, I already shit, and then I went to the toilet. And it's monsoon season. I mean,
I
it's...
thought you were just standing there in the back, like shitting.
Oh, no. No, I went to the toilet.
It just kept coming. I figured.
But
fuck
I'm just looking down, like, how did that happen? How did I like? And I mean, it's like I'm staining my ankles at this point. Like, it's that much shit.
Oh man.
So, what would any of you do?
I'd fucking stay back there. I'd call somebody. I wouldn't leave.
I was just thinking, like, I'd peek my head out the door and like to be like, "I'm sorry, everyone, the store's closed now."
It's an unhygienic. You could get away with that, or you could pull a Van Wilder. You know how Tara Reid puts the laxatives in her ex-boyfriend's like shake, and then he like while he's in the interview, he shits in the bin.
Yeah.
You should have just like said, "Hey, my hands are clean. It's fine," and just like kept shitting in the bin.
Or just like unraveled a tape and just wrapped yourself in videotape.
This was before. Well, it wasn't before cell phones, but it's where everybody had a cell phone, and I didn't have one at the time. So I'm sitting in the bathroom, just wondering what I'm going to do with myself here. So I figured, well, I mean, I'm not getting away with this. There's, I can't blame this on the dog or something. Like, oh, the dog shit in my pants. That's not happening. So I took my pants off. I threw my underwear away. There was that wasn't even, like, I just put that in a bag and threw it out with the rest of the
What about your
trash.
socks?
Oh, yeah, they were done.
What about your shoes?
I kept my shoes. They were okay.
The
But
socks kept.
I just
caught most of it.
washed as much of the shit out of my pants as I possibly could. And I went up to the front and I ran as many people out as I could, probably smelling like shit, with my pants literally like just dripping with water. I mean, so everyone knew I shit my pants. I mean, and there was nobody looked me in the eye. Not a single person looked me in the eye.
Some dude came out of the back in soaking wet pants.
And then,
Smell like shit.
yeah. So then I had luckily somebody, a customer service rep, come in to help at like 6 or so. So I sat there in soaking wet, shitty pants until then. And I said, "Hey, I'll be right back." And they said, "You can't leave." And I was like, "Yeah, I know." And I just left. And I went and luckily I lived right up the road, and I went and changed and came back. But
I like that you came back.
oh, yeah, well, I mean, it was my job.
But I wonder though, because like you've heard of the girl code. Like even if you hate the other girl and they have like a menstrual emergency, you give that girl a fucking tampon. I mean, every girl knows that. But I figure that if you're over, I don't know, if you're past puberty, sometime you've had an accident. You know, it's happened, and you feel bad for the person. Like, okay, man, what can I do for you? Doesn't that happen in real life? Because it's happened to me.
There's not a shit code out there.
There should be.
No, totally. Because I'll tell you what, if there's somebody I didn't like and I knew they were taking a shit and they were heading to a specific toilet, I would go and take the toilet paper out of that
Oh,
stall.
God.
I would want them
Guys
to
are
have
so mean.
shitty cheeks. Yeah, it is like the opposite. If I knew, like, yeah, if I don't like someone, fuck you. I want you to smell like shit and go home. I want you to have to ruin some, drawers.
So there's a code about blood, but there's zero code about shit.
Yeah.
That's what we're
'Cause
determining.
poop is funny.
Poop is funny.
Poop is
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. No, I was thinking like if you just quit that day, like the next shift they're like, what happened to Chris? And they just see like your pants with shit all over them on the ground, and they're like, well, I guess we know what happened to Chris. He's not coming back here.
Maybe they thought you did that on purpose. You should have made it look like you did that on purpose because you were really angry at Blockbuster.
That wouldn't have surprised anybody. Not at all.
Wait, so this is after you left Dairy Queen?
This was after. Yeah. This
But
is
before the shoes.
before the
way
shoe
before
store. Yeah.
So that was Vietnam Wolf.
So we saw a band last night.
Grey Walker
is this
was
at
good.
Black
Black
Forge?
Forge, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Black Forge.
Shout out to Black Forge and Nick. Great job.
That place is so small. How do they have bands in there?
It's cool, man.
Yeah, it was
it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do
Very-
actually pretty well there. They take out all the tables, they push them back.
Okay.
Well, they take they put the tables in the alleyway next.
They have to leave the building completely. Yeah.
Because we helped carry them back in.
It's sweet. It has a feeling of like I don't know, if you're in your late 20s, 30s, like you probably went to like some punk shows with some like good bands playing in really small spaces, or like metal shows. Like it feels exactly like that. It's like
Like Roboto.
yeah.
Well, how
but
about-
like I didn't really go to a lot of Roboto shows because that was kind of I don't know, they were doing like different stuff.
It's scuzzy.
Greg and I went to a Brillo Box show. I mean, that place is really small.
Yeah.
Oh
they're
no,
small.
this is. But,
Oh, no, I know it's a lot smaller than Brillo
yeah,
Box.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just saying that, different venues, you can still have a good time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I like a really small venue like that, where
Yeah.
like the singer has to be like off the stage, or other members of the band. As
I can
well.
tell you from playing those, I don't.
That's yeah. I was gonna
Yes.
bring that up. Yeah.
Why.
It sucks. What do you mean? Why? Like I hate that when I'm standing on a step and Jared's standing in front of that step.
Oh,
That's
No.
the stage. You know
It's
what I mean? I have
crowded,
one
yeah.
step and I can't really move or do anything, and he's in front of me, and then there's people right there.
And you
It's
can't
just-
move. No,
it sucks.
this has you have like some more, a little bit more.
There was some
area
space.
that- yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like you could definitely. People were doing their. Clint from Grey Walker was fucking throwing his hair all around his head. The fucking circle.
As
you
opposed
know.
to his elbows.
Yeah, he's windmilling it. Yeah, just
You mean Colt?
Colt. Colt, I really hope you don't listen to this.
Pretty sure he does.
yeah, those guys do
Fuck.
listen.
Edit that out.
You can edit
Dude, I
that.
got five
did he
hours
call
of sleep. I'm back on Heaven Hill. I was on Heaven Hill last night, and now I'm on Heaven Hill again.
I didn't want to throw you under the bus in that one, but I didn't want to also
glad-
feel it seemed like I didn't know.
Oh,
what
like
his
you were
name is.
complicit.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you motherfucker.
I'm sorry on that one that you did that to yourself.
Colt, yeah, I did.
Check out
Clint
Namwalker
Cole.
featuring Clint.
One of you motherfuckers should start that band right now.
Nam Walker featuring Clint. Fuck me. Yeah, whatever.
At the Black Tea
Give me
House.
some more Heaven Hill, bud.
That was good.
I think you're talking about somebody different. But I didn't know you-
Yeah, it's Colt.
Yeah.
Clint and Colt. Yeah, nobody's named that. You know what I mean? So it's like, I know zero Colts except for him. I know Clint Eastwood.
You know him personally?
No, I don't know him personally either. I don't much care for him at this point, in the stage in his life. Colt. I'd like to say I'm sorry, but I don't. I'm not even going to accept responsibility.
That's okay. That's good podcasting. That makes for good. That's good listening. Everyone out there is welcome.
Should we do another comic?
Yeah, let's do another comic. J-Man, you want to do Nick Fury?
Hand it to me. Dick Furry.
Yeah, I don't know if the people out there know this, but in our band, we rename everything to be really stupid and mature.
I've been doing that for the last
Yeah. World Wiener, remember?
10, 15 years. I don't know. That's my thing.
Yeah.
I was trying to read earlier who wrote this, and and all that sort of thing. And like before you get to like whenever you look at the like credit thing at the beginning, it has so many people's variants that I was like, who the fuck actually did this book? I'm not sure. Because like looking at this right now, like I see main cover, I see action figure variant, I see hip hop variant, I see variant covers which has like 5 people's names, and then there's production, associate editor, like editor in chief. There's no one like who wrote it.
I think isn't there like on the splash page that gives the title of the story that's put on there?
Oh, like that it's actually like in with the story.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
It's just retarded that it's not on this
Right.
thing. I just thought that was really stupid.
Yeah.
This is a Marvel book, in case you didn't know. Nick Fury. I've never read any Nick Fury stuff.
Yeah, me.
I don't know if this is like typically what it's like, but this thing was just like a James Bond parody.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like that's.
For
I don't know
sure.
if they were trying to be funny or like it's normally like that or.
Oh no, I think this is way different than usual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all it is. I mean, like, there's not really a whole lot of real story to even discuss going on in this.
Yeah.
But I did like the artwork in the Kellers. I think Kellers are
I
awesome.
thought the colors were really
Yeah.
cool.
They did a great job on the Kellers.
I
very
felt like
neon.
it would be like many parts of that would make great posters. I thought it made a fucking terrible read.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, it's not. There's nothing really here yet, or I mean, I don't know where the story's gone, but like, there's not a lot of story. But it is really fucking
There's lots of
beautiful.
good Kellers. Even the way the panels, like, there's like these circular little panels
Yeah.
that are cool. There's all kinds of cool shit like that in it.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of like a more Neon Archer.
Yes,
Okay.
that's actually exactly what this is.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. But just one thing, I know we discussed this before. I love that we're reading like Aftershock and Image and all these other independent publishers, because one thing I'm getting fucking tired of Marvel doing is an ad on every other goddamn page.
Oh yeah.
This one in particular, because
Yes.
as soon as you open it up, you get the first panel page of comic, and then to the right of it, the very next page is an ad.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
Like they
getting
don't
tired of
even
it.
give you like a full like 2 pages of story before they hit you with a fucking ad.
Yeah, and also the ad has similar colors to the book itself, so it takes you a second. You're like, is this part of the?
Exactly.
Oh, this is an ad.
That was what I was going to say. Like, there were several times where I was tripped up, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, that's shitty. That's cheap.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's not like Marvel doesn't have money. It's not like they need the ad space.
Right.
You
They
know?
need that ad
I'm
revenue,
getting
man.
tired of it.
I'm sure they charged crazy amounts of money for those ads.
Oh yeah, I'm just getting tired of it.
I do.
Yeah.
I really dislike this. I don't care how good the art is. It was boring, and I mean, you could do so much. You're fucking Marvel. Like, you have unlimited resources. Marvel could kill a man and get away with it.
Oh yeah, it's
They could actually go out, shoot somebody in the street, and they can get away with it right now. They have that amount of money.
that's probably accurate.
Yeah, and they put out this shit.
They've been doing really bad lately.
Yeah.
We've been holding back from talking about it, but I really want to talk about that.
Well, we
Yeah.
wanted to talk about it when Dan was
I
here.
know,
We
but he
talked-
hasn't been here for
I
3
know.
fucking episodes. I want to talk about this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I
holy
completely
fuck.
agree with you, though.
We can talk
He
about
better
it.
be. Well, if he's not here the next one, we're talking about
Oh
it.
no, we can talk about it a little now, and then we can talk about it later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it would blow the cover off the whole thing, but apparently, since, like, I don't know, for the last 6 months or something, their numbers have, like, dropped super hard. They've been doing really bad, and then one of their suits came out and said, well, that's because we're diverse now, so people...
Oh
no,
yeah,
no. The
I
vice
heard that.
president specifically said, because Marvel, they made like Iron Man, new Ironheart. She's
Yeah.
a young black girl.
Yeah.
He said, and I paraphrasing here, where our numbers aren't doing so well because people don't. You guys don't like diversity.
Yeah.
And
It's just
then-
racism and sexism. That's why we don't like their books.
What the
No,
fuck?
it's because you
Yeah.
write shitty books. It's
Yeah.
not because a character is black, white, Asian, purple. It's because you're writing shitty books.
He got crucified online.
Oh,
for
he
that.
did.
Well,
Yeah.
now,
'Cause
and
he's
to
a
be
fucking
fair,
idiot.
To be fair, though, we have criticized a lot of that on here too, because they are shoving it down our throats.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
multiple comics.
But also, their stories suck balls.
well, and that's part of it. Okay, we've said that before. Like the Iron Man comic, I think universally we all liked. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was great. And
Aside from the point in the story where this middle class black girl ends up at like a drive-by shooting
Yeah.
barbecue. Like all of a sudden, like she
Oh,
goes
yeah, that
from
was
like
stupid.
what would be like a nice middle-class neighborhood where she's building fucking robots and clearly like she's very
Yeah,
intelligent.
in her
mom.
garage. I
In
didn't have
her
a garage growing up. Like, fuck
Right,
you.
in a
Yeah.
fucking driveway.
Like-
Yeah.
But like somehow she ends up in Compton at like some drive-by shooting barbecue.
Right.
Like fuck you, Marvel. You're racist. What do you
Well-
think? Like all black people get shot at their barbecues?
It's
This is
obvious
fucking
what
Boys in the
happened.
Hood. every black person has to go to the ghetto to eat barbecued food. You fucking idiots.
It's obvious
You
what
guys are
happened here.
racist. We aren't.
Wendy Bell co-wrote that issue. Wendy Bell co-wrote that issue.
Who the fuck is Wendy Bell?
Yeah.
But from the newsletter.
Oh yeah, fuck her too then.
Yeah. She basically said that drive-by or all those shootings happened because they were black, and then tried to cover it up by saying she knew a black busboy that she liked a lot, who worked hard.
Good for her. She's an idiot.
Well, yeah, no, there's a reason she got fired. But no,
Yeah.
I think we've seen books that show adversity and show disabilities or obesity like Faith, and they write good stories. Marvel's not writing good stories.
No, they're not.
It's not. Diversity is not the problem. That assistant manager of marketing is full of shit.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Hashtag fuck Marvel.
But
All right, fine.
someone also, I think, forgive me, and maybe Dan can correct me. Rebirth. I mean, you see, it goes in waves all the time. Like Marvel was doing really well during DC's New 52,
Yeah.
and then as soon as Rebirth came out, Marvel went down.
Yeah.
So DC is going back to its roots, selling a lot of comics. Marvel's trying to do something different, but being really shitty at it.
I was reading. I forget what book it was. It was shit. Anyway, there was a note from the author in the back of it who was explaining like. Some books you do for you, and some books you do for like the paycheck or whatever. And like, there's definitely people who like you can tell when they're trying to write something for like Marvel or DC. Like they're writing a very specific kind of like whatever story that people would be anybody can read and it's fine. And I think that like Marvel, every once in a while they come out with something really fucking cool and different, like the Vision. I still can't say enough about
Yeah,
the Vision. Like
ditto.
it's so fucking good. Moon Knight is really cool too.
I love Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, there really aren't a lot of. The thing that's shaking everything up right now is just like Captain America being
A girl.
like a Nazi,
Oh.
or being a Hydra agent,
Oh, that's right. That's right.
the Secret Empire stuff. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But like that's not so much like an interesting, like cool, different type of story. It's just like they're doing something weird with the character.
Yeah.
But I think there's like they could do so much more, and they don't, and it's really disappointing.
It's like a fucking soap opera,
Yeah.
It
Like,
is. Yeah.
one of the characters died, and then they like came back from the dead.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
like, oh my god, I can't
We've never
believe
seen that
happened.
before.
Days of our
Yeah.
lives.
Yeah.
It's boring.
But
Yeah.
the poor, boring, the ham-fisted attempts at diversity, along with like the ridiculous number of ads, it's pushing me away from Marvel. I don't want to read Marvel books right now at all.
Yeah, I think
I don't at
Yeah,
all
they
either.
suck.
I almost haven't from the very beginning because every time I did, I was disappointed.
Yeah,
I felt that way about DC. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I felt that way about DC during the New 52 run because it was full of ads. It was poor writing. And now Rebirth is changing my mind. But like I said, it goes in waves. I mean, X-Men was popular in the 90s. DC
Yeah.
was down. So
Yeah, I've come back. I used to read probably maybe 8 Marvel books, and I'm down to maybe 2. Like I already like Punisher, and because I just like the Punisher, and like Captain America because I do like that Secret Empire shit. But like that, all the other stuff, I'm like, I don't know. Moon Knight still comes out too, but anyway, yeah. Get your shit together, Marvel. We'll talk about whenever Dan gets here. We'll talk more about that.
yeah.
So,
Will we read Nick Fury?
oh yeah, will you read Nick
No,
Fury?
fuck Nick Fury.
No.
J-Man.
I didn't hate this as much as like pretty much all of the Marvel ones we've done up until now. But it's like just flip through it at the book, but don't buy it at the store. Just look at the.
Don't do that to Dan. If you're at
Yeah.
Southside Comics,
Southside Comics.
Unless you're at Southside
Spend a
Comics,
couple
then
pages.
buy like all of them. But
Anytime I think of that, I always think of like fucking Aqualung, like with the like snotty nose, like sitting on a park bench, just like taking his shitty fingers going through, like I'm not gonna buy this now.
just Aqualung this book, don't fucking buy it.
Although you should feel free to sit and read at Southside Comics. Dan does encourage people to like if you want to read
Yeah.
something, it's cool.
Well, just look through this one, buy something else.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, exactly.
Just make sure your hands are clean first, because
Yeah.
he has to deal with like throwing out issues because people come in with dirty hands and they
Really?
ruin his books.
Oh,
Wow, that's bullshit.
I'm gonna help Dan here real fast. And also, if you smell like pee,
Gross punk.
don't fucking go anywhere until you take a shower.
Yeah.
Like I've been in there a couple times where there's people just straight up smell like pee. I'm not sure if it's pee, like human pee or cat pee, but they smell like pee and it's not okay. And then even when you fucking leave, it still smells like pee. Because for whatever reason, pee smell
Dude,
just
that never goes away.
permeates a whole environment. Yeah.
Well, here's a tip. If you can smell yourself a little bit, everybody else can smell you a lot.
That's absolutely
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's accurate. Yeah.
I've been told my man musk smells good though.
Yeah.
How do you pee on yourself?
No, my armpits stink, man. My
okay.
man musk.
All right.
My man musk does not come out of my pee.
I thought
it comes out of my armpits.
I thought maybe you were like dabbing your pee under your armpits or something. like the exception to the rule is Dan, who just
Jared, I repeat, bodily fluids episode.
I'm gonna write-
We've gone through every single one.
I'm gonna write down dabbing your pee under your arm.
There's a relevant Venture Brothers clip. Dab. Just dab. You don't dab? I
No,
dab.
but I think that's a thing, right? Like we've talked about some people's body odor smells okay. You can tell it doesn't smell like perfume or cologne or something, but it's like a fragrance. Like
It's a chemistry thing. Like,
Yeah, it is a
like
chemistry thing.
People who you would be genetically compatible with don't smell as bad to you as other people.
Is that true or is that bro science?
No, it's
that's-
absolutely
that's
true.
true.
Yeah.
In fact, so
Absolutely?
much. Have you ever worked in a hotel? Have any of you guys ever worked in a
Yes,
hotel?
I have.
Okay. Do you know the Curry Code?
No.
So every hotel reserves 4 rooms for curry, and they will put Indian people in them because Indian people eat so much curry that it actually comes out their pores. And they will keep 4 rooms, usually in major cities like New York City or Chicago, not so much Pittsburgh, but they will reserve 4 rooms, or depending on, the propensity for Indian people to be in the city, but
Yeah.
curry rooms.
Yeah,
They do that.
That sounds so fucked up. Curry, like referring to Indian people as curry. Like,
Oh, no, it's wrong, but
but put them in. We got 4 curries coming in tonight. Put them in the curry
Yeah.
room.
It's wrong, but it's right, dude.
It's
Have
right,
you ever been
yeah.
in an Indian person's house? Like,
yeah. it's
Oh
not
yeah,
good.
don't get me wrong. I just fucking bought a couch thing off of this Indian couple, and it was in like the back of my car. My whole fucking car smelled like Indian
Tikka
spices.
masala.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like, I just bought this couch off a couple curries.
Oh no, that's like I just spoke the unspoken hotel.
No,
thing.
I know, but that's like like this really like this It sounds terrible. It sounds terrible to like call it. It'd be like having like rooms reserved for black people, call them the watermelon rooms or something. You know what I mean? Or like having rooms reserved
Rice
for like
rooms.
I don't.
I just imagine
What'd you
this.
say?
Rice room.
Rice rooms. Yeah.
I just
But
imagine
Like matzo rooms.
this
like
matzo rooms.
fortune cookie rooms.
This Indian couple, though, they're like, as soon as you leave, they're like, that guy smelled like pee. Get him some fucking curry, man.
They're like, put us in one of those nice rooms, not those, those white people pee smell.
They all look the same.
If you go to India, they put you in a pee room.
They have 4 white people pee.
Dan's one of the stereotypical people that own a convenience store that it always smells like pee.
That man Daniel, he always smells like urine.
But that isn't bro science. They actually did a one of those Mythbusters. It wasn't Mythbusters, but it was another similar show. Like
Yeah.
I lived in the Czech Republic, and they use garlic in they all smell like garlic. And in Hungary, they all sweat paprika. It's absolutely true. Like you walk in, don't go to a kickboxing class with Czech people. Oh my god.
No. Like I get that, like excreting things that you consume like through your pores. But in terms of like these pheromones, I think are like they haven't been able to substantiate that it's a thing that affects humans. The last, where when we're talking about like our physical chemistry, like is that what?
Oh, we're not
Is
talking
there-
about pheromones.
I know,
So-
but he brought it up first. Pheromones. I get what you're saying.
Right. Like that's like so. What is the? Is there any science to support that? Like, if you like the way someone smells, then that means like you're whatever, biologically compatible with them? Or is it just like, like you meet some chick who's like super fucking hot and you want to get with, and like she has a particular musk to her, or a dude, or whatever, and you're just like, you know what, I don't fucking care because I'm so attracted to you. Whatever you smell like is the right smell for me.
I can see that.
I've actually dumped or stopped dating 2 guys, not because they didn't shower, just because I didn't like their smell. 2 guys. I'm also very sensitive to smells.
Shout out to Monkey.
That wasn't Monkey.
I was hoping somebody would do that.
That wasn't Monkey.
Shots have been
Monkey
fired.
smells nice.
Actually,
in Monkey's defense, he usually does smell nice.
Yeah, he smells nice.
Like what is it, Downy? Whatever. He always smells like clean laundry.
No,
It's because he always keeps a dryer sheet in his back pocket.
but I think there's something to that. I think you're absolutely right, because it really bothers me if there's something off.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it just, Monkey's taking off his shirt? Settle down. But is there something to it? Or are we just full of shit? Because I don't know.
I read a study that actually it wasn't smell, but it was the way that if you kiss somebody, like the way they taste, it does actually. It means that your immune systems would produce a baby with a stronger immune system than if someone didn't taste good to you.
Interesting.
But what if they don't taste like anything? Because like I've experienced like, I like the way you taste. You taste like nothing. That is repulsive.
For me, I think like tasting like nothing that's the one end of the scale. Like that's the top end of the better end of the scale is tasting like absolutely nothing, and then it gets just worse from there. Like something tasting
so tasting
gross.
like nothing is better than tasting like something.
Right? Yeah.
Really?
Like I mean, I would say, in my opinion.
I like it. I like a musk or a flavor or a something.
Well, that's
everyone's different.
That's your good. Yeah. That's your end of the scale is like.
I mean, that's why cologne always smells different, and perfume. Like I will smell a perfume and be like, I really like that, and then I'll put it on myself, and it will just be horrible. Everyone's like preference and body chemistry is different. So
it's all that paprika.
Yeah, those Hungarian bastards.
You gotta make me hungry. I haven't eaten it yet today.
do you guys remember 2020, the TV show?
Yeah, of course.
Is it not still on?
2020. I don't know if it's still on or not. It used to be on like Friday nights.
2020.
Yeah, but they actually did a scientific study, and I remember this very distinctly because this blew my mind, about people stink and like what you were Is it just people stink?
No, I just love the idea. Chris is like, 2020 did a scientific study. Like, what is their like funding budget for studies? Like 2020 is like. So this week's we got about $20,000 here for everything.
Well, they don't do it themselves. They get. Academics would say, "Hey,
this was late 90s. 2020.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking.
They had
that's how I'm
Marvel money.
imagining.
Okay, yeah.
they had internet bubble money."
Exactly. What was crazy though that blew my mind was that the study they did was they had people like work out vigorously, then they took their clothes and they had other people smell them. And they actually found that, and then they had people look at those people, and they were able to line up how they smelled versus how symmetrical their faces were. And the more symmetrical you were, the better you smelled to people.
Huh.
And it was a double blind study in this. So obviously,
what was the end?
Symmetrical. I'm sorry.
What was the number of participants? Like general.
What?
Dude, this was 1996.
That's important.
Wait, but that's
Symmetrical has a smell.
That's someone being symmetrical has nothing to do with
Kill
like
that person.
Like I people don't look like differently symmetrical to other people. Like your face either is symmetrical or it isn't.
Right.
Like, I don't understand how.
Well, it was a study of attractiveness, because if you're more symmetrical, you're more likely to be attractive.
Right, yeah.
And they found that if the people that were most symmetrical, they were to be attractive, and then those people had a more alluring sweat. They were just going by sweat there.
Okay.
But it was really interesting because it was like 100%.
Oh, wow.
So there's something there, but they could not figure out why. They couldn't bridge that gap.
Okay.
What Chris is talking about, like I've seen it more recently too, and that is where they would take clothes that people would sweat in and then give them to other people who would smell them, and then they, based on whether or not like the smell was was good or repulsive, they would line up. They would see the people and they would say, "Oh, I'm attracted to this person or that. I'm not attracted to whomever." And it would correspond with that smell. It's like, oh, I'm attracted to this person, and their smell is.
That's what I thought you were he was gonna say.
Yeah, and they did it. There's been more recent studies doing the same thing.
I'm sure there is. That's the only one that I remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that one is in support of like there is something to this. But I'm just saying, like, sometimes you're just so thirsty for somebody, and you're just like, man, I'm thirsty as fuck. Like, however you smell, that's the smell I need in my life.
I can relate to that, but also I wouldn't be able to handle that for all that long.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? That's kind of true, too, because I remember this one chick that I dated, like, back when I was in my, like, I don't know, this is a while ago. But, like, she was hot, like, like, for me. I was like, you're so fucking hot. And then we, like, started messing around. Yeah, man, I just couldn't.
Yep.
I couldn't. I could not abide.
Yep.
And I had to say no. This isn't going to work.
Yeah.
It didn't help the fact that like one day I was coming home and she had been waiting outside of my house for an hour and a half and screamed
Creepy.
at me at 3:00 in the morning. So maybe the smell was just trying to tell me. It was the universe trying to tell me, like, hey, it's a wrap here.
But have you ever dated a person that you really liked otherwise? Because that's happened to me. I've dated 2 guys that I really, really liked, and I couldn't take it. But again, I know, keep in mind I'm very sensitive to smell. So I can't date this person anymore. It bothers me that much. Has that ever happened to you?
No, I feel like with maybe this is the only exception where no, depending on how much I like the person, there's definitely is a function of how much I like their smell, right? So people that I am whatever anecdotally, people who I like, I'm attracted to enough, everything's enough. It's like a smell that doesn't really exist. But like the more attracted I am to them, like the more pungent that like smell, taste, whatever is, but like in a good way. Like not like pungent, like stinky pungent. Like
Pungent is a horrible word to
yeah,
describe
all
this.
right. The more pronounced that smell or taste is.
Yeah.
In a good way though. Like in a way that's like as soon as like I smell it or taste it, it's like, oh fuck, yeah. Now it's like, all right, it's going down.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's just me. That's my bro science. I'm sticking to it.
I can't remember why we're talking about this.
No, neither can I.
Yeah, I don't know what we were.
Because it's the bodily fluids episode.
Right.
There it is.
You missed a lot.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got lost in my way here.
Okay, yeah. We have our phones in the phone box. If you were trying to get at me, that's why.
yeah.
So Ziggy Sawdust is the building.
What's going on, everybody?
Yeah,
Thank you for having me.
You can adjust that if you want to
there
get
we
it
go.
close to
Yeah.
you.
Are we done with this episode?
No, we have one more book
we
to
have
go,
one more book.
and then we're finished up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, There's
yeah.
nothing there.
I mean, we could theoretically do how long is this episode?
Oh, how long is it right now?
Yeah.
1 minute.
we're no, it's an hour 5.
Okay. Well, we'll just finish.
Yeah, we'll wrap
Yeah.
it with there's nothing there.
Okay.
I have something to say about this book if you're doing this book. Just let me say it after you're done.
Oh, sure. Yeah. So this is Black Mask is the publisher, Patrick Kindlin and Maria Lovett.
So you can get an idea of how we do this by this segment, and the next time you'll know what we're talking about.
Gotcha. Sounds good.
So Patrick Kindlin is the writer, and the art is by Maria Lovett, and everybody else who's involved can fuck off. So this book is essentially, if you've seen Eyes Wide Shut, this is pretty much the premise for this book. But imagine if you were a participant at Eyes Wide Shut, and then you fuck someone and then got haunted by slaves. That's this book.
It's happened a few times.
If you like,
If I had a nickel.
if you. So if you liked Eyes Wide Shut and you also like Ghost and you thought to yourself, hey, Eyes Wide Shut could only be made better by ghosts, this is your book. It's not a... Again, are there any original ideas? Are we capable of having any original thoughts at this juncture in humanity's evolution? Probably not. But this book is doing something kind of cool. You know, there's ghosts. There's
a lot of titties.
orgies.
There's a lot of
so
boobies.
many tits. There's a lesbian sex scene. There's a bunch of affluent white people just fucking each other. There's minority servants. It's actually kind of the Black Mask. You're a little. You're playing on some. You're playing on some stereotypes.
Black Mask ain't scared.
Yeah, about nothing.
No.
Nothing. It's a cool book. I don't know really what more to say about it aside from I wonder if in the orgy, like if when they showed up to this orgy, if you start sniffing people to see who you're gonna bang. You know, like you just walking around like, oh hey, you smell nice. I'm gonna fuck you later.
I mean, if they're wearing a mask, then I don't see why not. You would. I mean, you don't.
Yeah.
Want, yeah.
Well, the main character notably takes off her mask.
Right.
And, kind of gets yelled at for it. But, and the main character is a movie star.
Yes.
So when she starts seeing people, the press, the paparazzi jump all on it like she's nuts. Very
right.
But,
Yeah.
do you mind if I say?
No,
So
please.
I was like kind of into this book. I'm like, I'm a little agnostic about it until the very end. And I was hoping Dan was here for this because we agreed about this. At the very end of the book, I always read the letters, I tell you guys. This author of this fucking book writes the most pretentious letter to the readers.
Shut up.
I hate going to conventions. My fellow authors do, and I won't stoop that low to do that.
This is what I was talking about.
Yeah, this
just
is
a second ago.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No. I meant when I referenced, I was like, what book? Saying writing for Marvel or DC
Yes,
or whatever.
yeah. And this, I'm glad that if these are the books for the next episode, I'm glad you do Rose because this contrasts sharply with the woman who wrote a letter to her fans in Rose because she's very humble. This guy basically insults his fans, insults his fellow authors. I won't stoop so low to go to conventions and meet my fans. And by the way, I write highbrow stuff, and this is for my fans that understand that. And after that, I'm like, fuck you. I'm not buying
It's
any
not
more of this
highbrow,
shit.
you fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
This is like
Seriously,
a mix
read
of
the letter.
Eyes Wide Shut in The Sixth Sense.
Well-
You fucking mush those two movies together, you got this
Yeah.
book. It's fine.
Yeah.
Do you like drawn tits? Great, you'll love it.
I didn't take that letter that way.
Really?
I thought he was just saying, he was explaining why why he didn't get a job with Marvel because his partner, who is the guy who writes, is it 4 Kids Walking to the Bank, I think?
Which is Aftershock.
No, it's Black Mask.
Oh.
Same
No,
genre.
but
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're right.
So it was I think who is it's Matthew Rosenberg is his partner, I think. Yeah. So they also write We Can Never Go Home. Mm-hmm. And so he was saying this is almost self-deprecating. He says my writing partner Matthew Rosenberg did the press and did the conventions, the requisite bullshit. He toughed it out, went to an obscene number of signings, and shook a million hands. I didn't do any of that. I couldn't be bothered, and as a result, when he got an ongoing gig at Marvel and tried to angle me and his co-writer, he was met with, "We don't know that guy." So he's saying I acted like an asshole, and that's why I wasn't able to also get in with Marvel or whatever. I didn't. I didn't
Sounds
think
like
it was,
a lot of rationalization for lack of happiness.
maybe. I mean, yeah, I thought it was just brutally honest. He's just I was being a dick, and they didn't appreciate that.
But he goes on to say, so going into the 2017 convention season, I need a book that fills all those work applications, a surefire conversation starter with editors large and small, something relatable in line with their mandates, a handshake generator, and this is not that book.
Yeah.
And he goes, I don't know. If it's self-deprecating, then it's a little backhanded to me.
Yeah, I didn't take it negatively. The letter, I thought it was a very candid explanation of what he's trying to do here.
Yeah, well,
It's a horror book for literate adults. Who writes? Come on.
Sounds a little pretentious.
That's a little pretentious.
as opposed to the books for illiterate adults.
Yeah. Yeah, that's.
Fucking dork.
I think maybe that was the sentence that I was just like, shut the fuck up. Because I think you're right. It was a little self-deprecating up until then, but literate adults, come on.
I thought this was. I liked this letter at the end. I didn't think it made him sound like an asshole. I think he was saying I was being an asshole before, and that's just the reality of the situation.
Yeah, well, regardless, the book is, again, it's 2 movies that we've seen before, put into one comic, and throw in some whatever. No, you don't even need to add lesbianism, because lesbianism is in is in Eyes Wide Shut too.
I don't know. I like this book. I thought it was like some of it's kind of funny, like when they're talking and she's like getting texts from all these people and all their different responses to like where she is or whatever. Yeah, no, I like this book. I like the art too. I like this kind of like watercolory ish.
I was going to say, I like the use of like the very fluorescent highlights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's well done.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought this was cool.
I feel about this the same way I feel about Namwolf or Namwolf. It would be a cool movie. I'd watch the movie. It's not drawing me back in for another issue though. Like it's not original. It's original enough, like in a movie format, where I would be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, this would be a cool 90 or 120 minutes or something." But
yeah,
for a book, I'm not terribly interested in where this is going.
Yeah,
if I'm told it gets cool, I'll read it. But
it's funny you said you like the art because I actually like I said, I like the story a lot. I'm really intrigued by the ghosts and what they are and what their purpose is, but I didn't like the art as much. Sometimes like especially here, I thought it was just very crowded.
Okay.
But that being said, I do like my feelings about the letter at the end notwithstanding. I like the story a lot, and I want to know the significance of all the eyes.
Yeah.
It is drawing me in.
Yeah.
I'll give it that.
Will we continue to read it, Chris?
I don't know. Here's what I liked about it. I like the dialogue. It's like Max Landis writes ghost fan fiction for Gilmore Girls as far as the dialogue goes. It was like it's like quick-witted back and forth where like, are they gonna fuck or not? And like, you know, you have to have like an English degree in order to really get a lot of the substance behind it. But again, there's not like Dan and everybody else here said, there's just not much as far as story goes. It's really original. And you know, like Jer said, fucking just tell original story. So I think story-wise, there's really not a whole lot here that's I don't care. I really don't. But I really did like the dialogue. I thought that carried the comic book through. So, like...
So it's a Tarantino movie.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Except, that was my first initial, like, gut reaction, but it's not, though. And I don't know. It is in... Okay. It is in regards to, like, the dialogue carries the story and not the actual story itself. So, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. But I don't think there's anything there to draw me back to this. Although I do like the color palette. I don't know if I like the art, but I like the choice of the color palette.
That might be more accurate, yeah, because the penciling isn't great, but the colors are cool.
Where he chooses to make the contrast and highlights.
Yeah,
like the composition isn't really anything to write home about.
Yeah,
I'm drawing a blank. Who directed Drive? Is his name Efren?
Nicholas Winding Refn.
What? Yeah. This art style is very akin in my head to his what he chooses in his direction. Neon Demon, Drive. I didn't see the other movie he's done recently, but this would be a cool vehicle for him aesthetically to do. He needs something like this to. Did anybody see Neon Demon?
I haven't yet. No,
it's a fucked up movie. The problem is it's boring, and it's great aesthetically, and the subject matter is super dark, but it's along the lines of when I read this, I kept thinking about that movie, and I think it would be great for that to be picked up for that as another medium, but I don't think I'm going to read this.
Okay. Becky?
I think I might, actually. I know, despite all my misgivings about it, I'm just curious.
All right. J-Man?
No. Did all you guys read that letter?
No.
Okay. I was getting the impression that you guys all read that. I was like, man, like... I didn't read that shit.
Once I realized it didn't really pertain to the book, I was like, oh, fuck off.
I didn't care for the book, and like anything that I didn't really like, I'm definitely not going to read a whole page of shit.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of text there.
Yeah. Dan?
No, man, I'm not reading it.
All right. I'll read it. I'll read the next one. I'm interested in that. I trust Black Mask. They do a lot of really cool shit, so like I'm
That's
cool
a good
with.
point. You have a different cover. I just wanted to take a look at it.
Yeah. But yeah, I like Black Mask, so I trust them to do cool shit.
It seems like something that will be really defined by its the second follow-up to...
Which is why I want to read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it could be shit from there, though. I mean, you can't really tell.
Yeah. Yeah. We do a lot of first issues on the, mostly first issues. So like sometimes something really grabs you, but more often you're like, well, maybe the second one. Okay, so yeah, I'll give it a shot. And that's, I think, pretty much all we have to say about that episode. You can find us at grownuphumans.com, epicastnetwork.com/grownuphumans, iTunes, Stitcher, Facebook, YouTube at Grown Up Human Comic People. Rate and review. We'll read your shit on the podcast. Well, we're going to read one in this next upcoming episode. Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram at Grown Up Humans. We'll have Ziggy Sawdust on the next episode too. So tune in for that. And let's go around the room and everyone say goodbye. Chris, Becky,
Bye.
J-Man,
See ya.
Dan,
Till next time.
Ziggy.
Hey.
I'm Jared. We'll see you guys.
Grown up, human,
Bye.
comic, people! Grown up, human, comic, people!
Epicast.